I'll start Monday. I could change that if I really wanted to. I don't need help with that. I can do that myself. Any of that sound familiar? Well, stop putting it off. You can change anything you want in your life, and it starts right now with the 8 keys and tips that I'm going to share with you in this video today. So these tips apply to absolutely, there's mosquitoes out here. So these tips apply to absolutely everything in your life, okay? So health and fitness, relationships, career, finances, self-confidence, self-talk, any of that. This is what it is. That thing that you've been trying to change, you've been hoping to change, but haven't been able to accomplish. These 8 tips in this video today are going to help you out. So stay tuned. My name is Kerry, and welcome to my YouTube channel, where we talk about all things mindset, motivation, and manifesting. Today fits right into all of that. And then we talk about how to apply those things to make the changes you want in your life and actually evolve and become better, eventually the best versions of ourselves. And that is how I appreciate you joining in my journey, which that's exactly what I'm doing as well, right? Trying to get better every day and working on growth and expanding and just becoming, like I said, that best version of me. So, all right, if you're watching, and by the way, with you watching this video, I want to, it's a sign, a little change, a message on my heart to share with you is that those recent changes or those challenges that you're facing in your world right now, the reason why they're there is because something better is on its way to you, and it is so close. So you can come back and share later, or send me a DM or comment below, whatever it is, but know that those challenges and those recent changes that you've just had happening in your life is because there's something so much better on its way to you. And I'm excited for you. Okay, so I want to share a quote with you. Thomas Jefferson. If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. That pretty much sums up change, right? The reason why you haven't accomplished that thing that you're trying to accomplish is because you keep doing the same thing over and over again. We all know the definition of insanity, right? You know, so that's what it's all about, is taking these 8 keys and applying them in your life to whatever it is for you. Think about it right now. Actually, before we get into this, think about one thing right now that you want to change. What is it? Something with your fitness, something in your relationship. Maybe you're single, you're looking to be in a relationship. Maybe your relationship's not that great. Maybe it's something with your self-confidence. You look in the mirror, you're like, oh, I could never do that or this. You want to change some of that. Think about that and have that in your mind right now as we move through this today. Okay? Holy smokes, it's like crazy mosquitoes out here. Welcome to wilderness. I love being out here in the great wide open. And for those of you, just a little insight, whenever I do videos that are inside, it is because it is crazy windy where I live. Welcome to southern Alberta. Alberta, Canada, that's where I'm from. So, okay, so here we go. When it comes to change, most people have good intentions, right? But me included, we sabotage ourselves. You sabotage yourselves with the things you say, the beliefs you have, those things that are kind of playing in the background that you actually don't even know they're playing. And that's the thing, is they're in our blind spots. So, and we know that it's not, when it comes to change, it's not a lack of information that is holding us from accomplishing what we want, because the information is out there. If it was only information which caused or contributed to our success or not, the entire world would be ripped billionaires right now. but they're not, and we're not. Like so what's the connection here? Where do we connect those dots? It's because it's that lack of motivation or the shift in mindset, or just the application in life, in the consistency and the discipline to actually do it. And that's where these things in this video that I'll talk about are going to help you. So change can come in all kinds of ways, surprising ways. Some is we just get sick and tired of being somewhere where we don't want to be. And it's like, that's it. This is the last day that I'm going to tolerate this, and I'm going to actually make a change. So it can come from being fed up. It can come from the universe causing it for us. Whether that's you get fired from a job, or your industry shuts down or shifts, or maybe there's something crazy going on in the world, or like relationships end. I mentioned that, like all that stuff, right? But it's something that you didn't choose, but now it's in your lap, right? So whatever that change comes from, here are ways that are going to support you moving through that. All right. So I would be like, you know, I wouldn't be doing this justice if I didn't kind of preface this by saying the same way change can impact our lives in a negative way and force us into doing things we don't want to, whether that's a diagnosis from a doctor or things like that, but it can also, right, and it surprises us, the same way on the other side of that, when we move forward, change can actually impact us in positive ways and really surprise us. So I encourage you to be open to those ways that change can come. And it's like, you know, when we talk about people about, you know, finances and abundance and things like that, people are like, well, I got to get a job that pays more. I got to work more hours. Well, is that the only way that abundance can flow into your life? It's not. There's a lot of other ways. And if you want to discuss that, send me a DM. I'd love to have that conversation with you. So let's get into it. I know why we're here. The 8 keys that we have to support you, okay, in support your success with any change you want to make in your life. The keys to successful change. That's what this is all about. Key number 1, in order to make a change, you need to decide that it's time to change. Okay? So that's the awareness, and each one of these keys, I have videos in the playlist that's behind me, and there are videos that are coming up to support you with that. And so if you're looking for more insight on any of these on this list, put it in the comments below. I would love to support you with that by making a video, or you can book a call and we can go from there. So decide to change. The awareness that there is something that needs to change, right? Whether that comes from around us or comes from within going out. The awareness, and then the acceptance that you do have to change it. It's like, time to change that, right? And then the ownership of you are where you are because of decisions you've made, the thoughts that you've thunk, the beliefs that you have. You are where you are because of you. And it's only up to you to change that moving forward. Nobody's coming to save your butt. Nobody's coming to save my butt, right? So it's about that ownership, and it's so empowering moving forward. And now we get, and so deciding to change and getting clear on what you want. Not just focusing on what you don't want, but that's important because when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. So it's focusing on what you want, getting crystal clear on that. That's key 1. Key 2, believe it's possible for you. Okay? So you've got to believe it's possible. Even the littlest tiny smidgen of hope and belief is all you need. But if you decide that you want to make a change, so let's use health and fitness, and you say you want to make a change, but then all of a sudden you say, oh, I could never do that. That's not possible for me. Like that's just not in the cards for me. I could never do it. Well, congratulations, you won't do it. So that's why step 2 is so important, that you actually believe that it's possible for you. And a lot of times that belief is fueled from knowing your why. All right. So why is it important to you? Why do you want to accomplish that thing that you decided on earlier in this video? And even on a deeper basis than that, what is the cost of you not making that change? Not taking that action and implementing that in your life? Right? Is it a month down the road, you're still in the exact same spot, maybe worse? A year, 5 years? That's the scary part. So believe it's possible and know your why. Okay, key number 3, start now, today. Don't start Monday. Don't start next week. Don't start when you're in a better mood. Don't start when, you know, it's warmer outside. Don't wait. Start now. Start with little things. Little things are the key things that are sustainable, things that'll support you. Start with those little things, but decide right now. Tony Robbins says it all the time. He says, take massive action. So you can take massive action on little things. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to go work out for 45 hours or anything like that. It can be the little thing about drinking more water, you know, from a fitness standpoint. Maybe I'm going to be kinder to the person I'm with in a relationship. I'm going to show up how I want to be. Maybe there's something I want to share in my relationship that I haven't shared. It's like how I want to show up differently or anything. Well, then being able to have those conversations, you know, it's all of those little things, but take action. That's the key. There's deer walking around over here if you want, but I would move the camera, but then it would fall down and I don't want to reset it. So anyways, so take massive action. Okay. Key number 4, and I am like dodging mosquitoes like crazy. Every once in a while, if you watch close, you can see them flying in the camera. Oh well, the things I do for YouTube and for you. Okay, so number 4, get comfortable being uncomfortable. How ironic that I just talked about mosquitoes and then I talk about being uncomfortable. But that's what change is all about, right? We go back to that quote from Thomas Jefferson. If you want something you never had, you got to be willing to do something you've never done before. It's about going into those things that you're not comfortable doing, things that you may think you're not good at. Maybe it's stepping into the gym for the first time in your life, and that's intimidating. Maybe it's, having those conversations that you've been not wanting to have, that you're scared to have. Maybe it's trying something in your career or going out on your own and starting a business. It could be all kinds of things, but that uncomfortable spot, right, is where the magic happens. Okay, so get comfortable being uncomfortable. All right. Key number 5, I'm moving through these. All right. Expect setbacks, expect challenges, expect adversity. That's how it goes, right? But know that the universe has your back. And every single one of those setbacks, those challenges, is teaching you a lesson, is navigating you towards where you need to be to accomplish what you need to accomplish. Every one of them has a purpose. Know that life is happening for you. And that's what it is. So when those challenges come up, you're like, hey, bring it, baby. I'm down with this. Let's go. And learn what it has to teach you, navigate through it, move around it, whatever it is, but know that it's happening for you, okay? And know that they're going to come. All right, number 6, adjust, refocus, and recalibrate as you move forward. So as things change, you're going to need to adjust. Maybe your goals change a bit. Maybe what you want today and what you think you want 10 years down the road, maybe 6 months from now, that's not exactly what you want. So make sure that you take the time to sit, recalibrate, see what that looks like, what's important to you, what lights your fire, what flips your switch, right? And are the steps that you're taking moving you more towards where you want to be, okay? And it's okay if right now, if I told my friends, hey, I want to run a marathon, and then I start going and I'm like, well, you know what, maybe a marathon's not really for me because I'm more focused on doing this instead. Whatever that is, it's okay to change your mind, right? Because the worst thing you can do is keep climbing a mountain that you don't want to be climbing. End up somewhere you don't want to be. So anyways, that's number 6. Adjust, refocus, recalibrate as you go. And it's okay to change your mind. Okay, number 7. This is a big one for me that I held out on for so long. Connect with a mentor, someone to model, someone that can support you. Find someone that's done what you want to do and ask them how they did it, right? And even if you don't want to talk to them, there's biographies out there of books, things like that. I remember when I was moving through separation and divorce, I thought, I'm like, okay, one of the first things I did, well, after I read 5 books on parenting after divorce, and I said, whatever the common denominators are in these books, I'm going to do, whether I like them or not, just, for the sake of my kids and showing up as the best dad that I could. So the second thing I did was look for people that were successful after divorce. Who has been divorced and actually went out and crushed it? They're actually better off after than they were before. And I looked it up, and I read biographies, and you would be like, I was amazed at the amount of people that I didn't know were divorced but were actually successful afterwards. So there's so many, right? So, and if you know any, you can put them below. But I know Tony Robbins was one of them. And I have a list. I can't remember. There was like a lot that I was really surprised. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that guy was divorced in this. So, anyways, I could go through the whole list, but I'm not going to sit there. So, all right. So connect to the mentor. And if you don't know who that is, if you don't know where to start, well, congratulations. My name's Kerry. Send me a DM. I'll put my website and social media handles down below. You can book a call. I would love to have a conversation with you. And I guarantee that you will leave with value after a call with me, because that is how I serve. That's what lights my fire. That's what fans my flame and flips my switch, is to be able to serve you. So book the call. Guaranteed it will not be a waste of your time. All right. So, all right. Number 8. The last one here, and then we'll tie it up. Number 8 is celebrate the wins. Whether you think they're tiny or massive, right? Celebrate each one of them. Know that you're making progress. It doesn't have to be perfect, but progress is there. And give yourself a pat on the back when you're making that progress, because you know what? It's not going to be easy every day. It's not simple, but It's about celebrating those wins, knowing that you're not at the finish line, but you're definitely not where you started. And that is where you start building momentum. All right, so that's number 8. Celebrate the little and big wins. Okay, so I know that this may seem, it's like, oh, lay out 8 steps. It's so simple, right? And I get it. It's simple but not easy. And again, and I think you could just see mosquitoes in front of the thing. But anyways, but that's where, again, connecting with someone and knowing and having that hope and knowing that someone was where similarly to where you are, and move forward with that. I mean, that's what really helped me out getting through some of those dark chapters, those rough days. That's what really served me. And if you can't find who that is for you, I would love to support you now and moving forward, whatever that is. So feel free to reach out at any time. So the biggest thing about change, one of my favorite quotes about change is Wayne Dyer. And he said, change your thoughts, change your life. He actually wrote a book. He said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And he wrote the book called Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. And I like that is it. Like that, if I had a mic, I would hold it out, poof, and drop it right there, because that is so true. Okay, and it's the little things that we say and the things that we're thinking and we don't know we're actually saying them, and how much they're holding us back and sabotaging us from our success. So again, those are things that when you listen to people and you have someone else kind of listen in on what you're saying to yourself and what your beliefs are and what you think and what might be holding you back, that's where you can really make those big changes in your world. So when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. The thing that you think is impossible for you to do right now, it is not impossible. I'm telling you that. And I can support you with that. I would love to see you win. You deserve to win. And that's what this is all about. So I'm going to wrap it up right there. So if you found value in this video, again, I would appreciate if you like, comment, let me know maybe what your top key was. Maybe there's more than one. You can put them in the comments below. Which was your favorite key? Which ones have you found the most success with? Was there something I missed? Maybe there's an extra key that you can add on this list to support someone else. Put it in the comments below. Right, and again, subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that, and liking, sharing gets it out to the algorithms and the masses, and ultimately, to me, it's about connecting with people that this message will serve and support. Right, it's all about messages to my past self in those times where I didn't know who to connect with and who to talk to, and where could I find that. That's what this channel is all about, as you join me on my journey in becoming the best version of me. So thank you for that. So, and if you have an idea, you want a different topic, something else you want me to touch on, by all means, put it in the comments below, or you can DM me. And if you'd like to keep the momentum going, I encourage you to watch this video that's popping up on the screen right now, because it is also about mindset, motivation, or manifesting. So again, I am grateful for you. Thank you for every moment we share together. And as always, until the next video, send in peace, love, and positive vibes your way.